Hello and welcome to Muncie in Delaware County, located in the east central Indiana. This small city is best known as the home of Ball State University, but it's also home to over 100,000 people. These citizens usually live in areas outside of the university, including along the White River, Minnetrista, Mayfield, and the industrial districts. These locations are also spaces for many rundown and degraded features and areas that could be improved to attract more investments to the city. Muncie has employed a group of developers and designers that work with the Economic Development Board of Midwestern Cities. This team consists of myself, Brad, Zach, and Matt. Our goal is to attract more visitors and investors to the city by redesigning and improving areas of Muncie, Delaware County. Well, let's begin the tour of these sites that need a fresh redesign. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Zach, and we are at Minnetrista at a popular historic area for our stop on our tour. The park is located across the White River and is named Riverview Park. Its address is 1800 Bunch Boulevard, Muncie, Indiana. The site is currently home to a few basketball courts, a baseball diamond, small pavilion, and a playground. But as you can see, features are not very attractive and need major improvement. A while back in history, this area used to look somewhat appealing, as shown in these photos. But over constant weathering and abuse, this site has been degraded and needs improvement. So our team of designers plan to expand upon the playground and make it appeal to a wider range of age groups, as well as create a more safe environment. We also have plans on refurbishing the basketball courts and adding different hoop sizes to draw in younger kids. We are going to add sand, volleyball courts, and tennis courts to bring a wider range of sports into the area, which in turn should bring more residents to the area and investments to the Minnetrista location. Let's go hit the road to the next location.
Hello, my name is Matt, and we just arrived at our second stop on our tour. This is an old deserted site that lies on 2272 East Jackson Street and is extremely boring. Here is an aerial view of the place. This concrete site is a blank slate, perfect for an attraction to be added. In the past, this was the property for the Indiana Steel and Wire Company. But in the early 1900s, this plant was closed and abandoned. Currently on the site of Muncie has plans to redevelop this property into a small, energetic park community called the Keefes Pure Energy Park. Here is a photo that illustrates their intent for the project. To this day, there are still railroad tracks that lead onto the property from the steel plant. This historic content allows for new landscape architecture environment to be created around the history of the building. Designing an outdoor space with historic landmarks and incorporating a railroad track into the plaza will draw people toward this area. Also, developing atmosphere for performances and the designing site-able spaces within the plaza will bring investments to the area. The next site we will plan on this tour is developing lies within the industry district of Muncie. Let's head there. We just made it to our third site we plan on designing for the city of Muncie. This abandoned warehouse is located on 2001 South Macedonia Avenue within Muncie Industrial District. This site does not have much historical content compared to a previous place, but this area has been housed to be warehouse for many decades. For this fresh development on this site, we plan on creating a splash pad for families of all ages to enjoy. This water feature will include many fountains that are lit with colorful lights that visitors can walk through. The streams of water will change colors depending on time and year events happening in Muncie. Here is an aerial view of this site. We will design a splash pad also along the plot of land. We will implement sit-able areas around the water areas and some within jets of water. This wonderful water feature and splash pad will attract numerous new residents and investors to the industrial part of Muncie. Now let's make our way to the largest development we've planned for the Muncie community.
We finally arrived to our fourth and final site of our redevelopment tour. This site is located westward of Ball State University, just outside the district of Meadow Park. This plot of land was the location for the Warner Gear Company factory in the early 1900s. The huge factory was a catalyst for the neighborhood growth around this address, 5401 West Kilgore Avenue, Muncie, Indiana. The Warner Gear Company employed over 1,000 people at its peak production. Here is the picture that provides the scale of the factory during the time period. Later on in 1928, the company changed its name to Borg Warner and moved to the west side of Muncie. This plant was still a huge contribution to the city until it closed its doors in 2009. Now this open site is perfect for a new development of a water park that the community can enjoy. This vast amount of land will be plenty as shown in this aerial view. We will design the park to include a wave pool, body slides, inner tube slides, and small pools that attract visitors of all ages. This huge development of a big Midwest water park will bring many investments to the area and also help to grow the city of Muncie. This concludes our repurposing and future development tour of Muncie in Delaware County. Well, thanks for joining the Economic Development Board of Midwestern Cities with myself, Bradley, Matt, and Zach.